Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. And I'm on my way home. Yes, it's Friday. I think. Shit, is today Friday? God, I hope today's Friday. It's Friday. How's it going? I feel confident singing at the beginning of my streams because I'm not sure that anybody watches the beginning of my streams. So, what's your plans for the weekend, huh? I know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be raiding and whatever else my wife tells me. What was that? I didn't catch that comment. I didn't realize anybody's watching yet. All right, so I'm gonna be raiding. We got a raid tournament. It starts in about 42 minutes or so, or 52 minutes. I can't count. Got some good prizes too for the first and second place. First place, you're gonna get that a ballin' ass green Jesus, the New Beginnings one. Yeah, the melee, very large attack, very large AP when attacking. Oh, thank you. My singing is beautiful. So you got the green Jesus for number one, and then you get second place, a very good consolation prize with Margaret, the blue one, the Road to Survival edition Margaret. She gives all range teammates 30% attack and 30% defense. That's pretty freaking ballin' if you ask me. Third place sucks. It's Tess. You get Tess for third place. No leader skill. She's got tenacity, so the worst specialist skill, and her rush isn't all that spectacular. So, moral of the story, moral of the raid tournament, do not finish third. Period. I would rather finish fourth and get half of a 5-star than finish third and get a garbage 5-star. I think that's right about what I got too, Quaid. In this region, in Chilton region, I've got a dozen. I have a whopping 12 that I'm going to be using in my Chilton region account. But other big shit coming out of this raid tournament is they are going to be dropping 4-star character tokens and 4-star weapon tokens. So you have a chance to really stock up on some good ascending fodder and good weapon fodder here in this tournament. So I will be using every raid can that I can, or that I'm able to. Back to the rewards, I got them written out here. 4th through 10th place, you're gonna get 5,000 5-star tokens. 11th through 25th place, you're gonna get 2,500, and then 26th through 50, you get 1,000 5-star tokens. If you finish worse than 50th, you need a new faction, my friend. So I will, we finish first in every event except for level up a couple of times. I will stream raids whenever I get the chance and think about it. If I'm in a place that's really loud and I don't feel like streaming, I probably won't. But if I'm at home, there's a good chance I'm gonna stream that shit. There's also beta wars supposed to be happening this weekend in the beta regions, and I have an account in all 4 beta regions, so I will be participating in the beta wars, and I will try to stream as much of the beta wars as I can. But the primary focus is going to be the raid tournament, in both my main regions here, my main and my secondary region. I only have 12 cans in Chilton, so I probably won't show as much of Chilton as I will of Worth, but I'm going to be raiding my ass off this weekend. As many as I can. Just a billion raids if I can. It's going to be huge. I want that Jesus piece, you know? I'm going to get it, and it's going to be like having Javier as my team leader, only better, because all my melee characters will get that attack bonus and that AP bonus. That'll be nice. I'll be able to, man, Dwight's gonna be killer with that leader. Man, fuck you, blue car, I'm getting over. You need to slow down. Punk ass motherfucker. Yeah, but you just keep going, you jackass. And blinkers don't mean a thing. Man, people are dumb. They don't know how to drive. Have some courtesy for other people when you're driving, you dick. Man, it don't really matter much anyways, it seems. We have traffic. Man, I'm so happy it is Friday. You need some greens, man. I got greens out my bunghole, it seems, dude. I got, let's see, I don't even think I can name them all. See, it started out, when I started playing, I was all about the yellows. That seemed to be all I could ever get was yellows. And then it turned into greens, and I get blues and reds here or there, but for the most part, I got greens. So let's see if I can start naming them off the top of my head. All right, I got Javier, I got Cal, I have Dropper Zeke, I have Guardian Zeke, I have Life and Death Zeke, Larry, Earl, All Out War Negan, Shiva, Herschel. Maybe there's another one or two that I missed. I got a lot of greens. I now have 42 5 stars, and I am very proud of those 42 5 stars that I have. I'm very happy with what I got. For the most part. I mean, there's a couple uses. For the most part, all of them have a purpose, and I like the characters on the roster. They get used for the most part. There's a couple that ain't leveled up that I won't use because they're not anywhere near leveled up. For the most part, each and every one of the characters on my roster have a purpose and get used. And I mean, there's people in my faction who got 150, 200 5 stars, and not every one of them gets used. Some of them probably won't ever get used. And I'll get there eventually, but right now, I can say that all of them that I got, for the most part, get used. And I'm happy about that. So, I got the farming stream going here right now during this raid, or during this drive home. And then we got the raid tournament this evening. I might do some streaming might do some beta war streaming. And I might do an Overwatch stream tonight because the competitive season ends pretty soon. And I got up close to a new career high last night. And I want to at least get a new career high this season. But if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'll survive. 38, nice. I know I need 9 more subs, man. 9 more. I'm getting so close to that number it's nothing special about it other than that's just a personal wow for me. I'm shocked I got 41, dude. a month or so ago, before I started doing the streams, I was sitting at a whopping 4, and one of those was my actual YouTube account, my personal account. And now I've grown tenfold in the past month. And you know, you guys that tune in every day just to hear me talk for a half an hour, it's nice, man. I thank you guys. Thank you everybody who watches, who tunes in, who shares it, who doesn't share it, who tell me to shut the fuck up and tell me to focus on my driving. Everybody, you know, thank you. You know, it just continues to get bigger, and it's cool. I like being able to talk to different people, or even the same 4 or 5 people every day. It's nice. Nothing else that makes my drive a lot easier. Man, I wish I would have been doing this on my last job though, when I was driving even longer every day in the country and it was boring. I should have started way back when. Ooh, I'm running out of people. Yeah, I'm farming 7-1 again, as you can see. That's all I've hit over the past couple days. I think I'm getting close to 1,000 shirts and gloves, which is almost to where I want to be, but almost halfway to where I want to be, but not quite. I took a few of them earlier and trained up about a dozen hunters. The persona, not the character. I trained up about a dozen to go ahead and get the Michonne up to tier 3. 14-4, man. I would be farming weapons and stuff, but I need to build up my resources more. And so I'm gonna start with the small stuff, since that's the shit that disappears the quickest. And I never seem to have enough of it when I need it, so I want to build up a backlog of all this crap that I don't ever think of. You know, you don't ever, when you get a new 5-star, you don't ever think of all the 2-stars that you need to level that 5-star up. You know what I mean? And I've got all the ascendance crap I need to make a 6-star for our next level up tournament, but I don't have enough stuff to level that 6-star up, so there's no point in it. And I mean, I'm just not going to use it. I'm waiting, hoping that they will release another, or make another one of the 5-stars that I have ascendable, because I don't want to ascend Tyrese. He's worthless to me. I mean, maybe the Decapitate would be nice, because I don't have a Decapitate character yet, but I don't need him. I don't really need him. I'm hoping that maybe they'll make that like that all-out war Jesus, the 5-star that's super slow to pop. Hoping they make him ascendable or something. But I also don't have the Aidens to level his adrenaline rush, so I just don't see the point yet. I don't have the character to ascend. Yeah, after I get a good stock of, alright man, after I get a good stock of shit, excuse me, put away, then I'll go ahead and start doing big farming again for weapons and stuff. I mean, eventually I am going to have to farm, you know, the 13s and the 14s and all them for hiking boots and ammo belts and safety helmets and crap, so I can sell it for food during level ups. But right now I'm focused on getting 2-star gear and survivors, because I've only got about 20 days or so of the legendary training grounds training, and I need more. I need a lot more. I want probably 100 days of each, only about 10%. So I'm going to take it over to the Chilton region here in a minute after this. Oh, with the stupid output low crap again. Why? Man, I'm not in a dead zone. No. I got plenty of signal. Why is the video output low? YouTube, man, you're messing me up. See, when it does this crap, this is when the streams become less interesting because people tune out when they see this crap. I'll go ahead and switch over. Here we are in Chilton. Hopefully my output's improved. Okay, output improved. We're in Chilton, and we're gonna do the same thing in Chilton. 7-1. Still here, Daniel. How's it going, man? It pisses me off when my streams go to that output low or whatever. That's when viewers just drop off. I mean, I can see it in the analytics when I'm looking at that kind of crap afterwards. The shit just, it just disappears, man. I started doing the whole little glitchy thing, and people stop watching. You know, I don't want to watch that shit. I don't blame you for stopping. But here I am, Chilton region now, doing the same thing that I was doing in Worth. I am farming 7-1. Because I've got a lot of makeup to do here. This region got neglected for a couple weeks when I was down on the gals. Man, I don't know, it's boring me, all that. I forgot that I like numbers and that this is a game of numbers and patience and all that shit. So I'm just gonna keep farming and talking and farming. You know, this region, I've got a decent little team for early game. You know, I've got the Negan and Bruce, who are my 5 stars here, Andrea and Carl and Zachary and Rosita and Shiva Force, Ezekiel, and then I got that Blue Mark. I will do live in the tournaments. We got the raid tournament starting in about a half hour or so. I will stream some of that later on tonight. And then Beta Wars are supposed to be kicking off sometime tonight. And if those do pop up, I will stream those. And then when we do regular wars, like cross region or all out war, I will, if I am warring, I will be streaming. If not, on Monday through Friday around 5 o'clock Central, I stream on a pretty consistent basis. Sometimes I'll start a little early at 4:30 if I leave work early or something. But I've got a 30 to 45 minute drive every day, and I like to talk to people when I'm doing that. You know, it makes the drive go by quicker, and a lot of times I'll use this as a good teaching moment for some newer players and stuff. You know, yesterday I talked a lot about the patience that goes into a game like this, and explained a lot of why I'm farming 7-1 lately instead of farming for weapons and stuff. I haven't farmed for weapons in probably close to a week, and it's all because of the marathon that is the game. You know, it takes a long time to build up your reserves, and I mean, I've got 500-600 shirts and gloves each in my main region in Worth, and I'm not satisfied with that. You know, I want 3 or 4 or 5 times as much, because it makes more sense. Nice. Nice. It took me 18 months to get my first 5-star. Forever. And I got that Red Garrett when he first came out. And it took me another few months to get him maxed out to where I could use him, to where I felt comfortable using him. So don't think that you have to have these incredible 5-star characters to get good at the game. Take your time to actually learn the game, because there's a lot that goes into it, setting up your attack teams and attacking properly when you're raiding. You know, you can go in there with the strongest characters in the game, and if you don't know how to use them, it's pointless. It's what's the point, you know? I've got all these strong characters, but if you don't know how to use them, you're not going to get any further than you would with a bunch of 2-star characters. You know, setting up your leader setting up your team to actually have a leader that has a leader skill. I see so many people on in this new region in Chilton. It's a newer region. It's only a month or two old. I think something like that, maybe 2-3 months. But I see people in there that, you know, top ranked players that have human shields as their team leader. Why? That human shield as a team leader does not provide any benefit to the rest of your team other than it's a human shield. You know, maybe if you slid them over to the next slot and then put, oh, I don't know, a 4-star Herschel as your team leader and give your range characters a bonus, you know, an attack and defensive buff, your team might do even better. And you gotta think about it like that. It's a strategic game. You gotta use strategery. But I will stream raids later. I think I'm gonna play a little Overwatch tonight. Maybe I might just do the raid stream and do like a Q&A while I'm raiding. Maybe for me. Who knows, man? Who knows what the future is gonna hold? I'm waiting for some of the other regulars to chime in, man. Like Killing It and Quaid was here for a minute. I haven't seen Steve Jobs in a while. Mark hasn't been on here in a while. There's a few others I haven't talked to in a while. My friend Matasuka paid me a visit the other day on the stream. Nix is usually here telling me not to stream while driving. Cots comes in and we have a lot of fun on the streams from time to time. But for next week, I need help with content. I need help with the ideas of what you guys want to see next week. You know, we're ramping up for war, which we're assuming will be next weekend. What do you want to see from me? Is there anything I can help you with? You know, I was thinking about seeing if I can figure out anyways how to set up a Discord chat and live stream that, like a Discord voice chat, and kind of do like a call-in thing where you can, you know, air out your questions on the stream and whatnot. I don't know, man. I want to keep making these videos for you guys though, and I just want your input as to what you want the content to be. Yeah, we got the raid tournament this weekend. Starts here in about a half hour. Gonna be dropping 4-star, how to get good upgrades for weapons. I am actually working on doing a video for the weapon upgrades. There's a trick that you can use to get a critical success on your weapons. The long and short of it is you have to put a level 1 upgrade on a bunch of times and then reset it, and then after you've reset it, you try for a level 1 upgrade again without using any of the extra optional equipment. And if that fails, then you try to put the critical, then you go for the big level 3 upgrade, like your stun or whatever. But you have to use both your duct tape and your polishing kit, and it has to fail on the first attempt after an upgrade, or first attempt after a reset. It can be complicated to talk out, but once I show you, you'll see what I mean. I'm hoping to have that video done for you guys next week. Yeah, it's the easiest way to go about it. It would be for me to just make a simple. I could try to. See, I don't think I have any duct tape, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it work. But I do have a weapon that'll be done here pretty soon on Worth that I didn't do that on this one. I got fed up because it wouldn't fail after the first one. So next time I do it, maybe I'll just go ahead and do one later and show you what I mean. Just kind of live stream it, do a little quick hit. Man, I wish this guy would get out of my way. He's going slower than I am, and both people in each person in each lane is doing the same speed. How dumb is that? Yeah, weapon upgrades are fucking key, man. The characters are secondary to weapons, you know. With a team of good weapons, you can take on anybody. Vroom, vroom, dude, vroom, vroom. You're driving a Corvette. What are you going so slow for? See, that's why I don't have a Corvette, because I would get so many damn speeding tickets. I'd be in trouble. All right. Now they're out of the way. So on this Chilton region here, that Rosita, I only have her on my Walker team because I've got a good critical weapon for her. I'd only use her on my actual team. Yeah, man, that team grade, it's a ghost, man. It's there, but it's not there, you know. You can beat the road maps. You can beat, man, I was beating S1++ teams with an A++ team. During the raid tournament at the beginning of August, I did I was streaming during the raids, and I showed that with a 3-star and 4 4-stars, I took out a top 100 player that had a pretty good defense. You know, it wasn't like I was facing a junk defense either, man. It was a pretty good defense. I'm gonna hop back over to Worth. So, I mean, don't let your team grade deter you from trying to beat up on these stronger teams. Now here we go. You guys get to see if I get impair or not. You're gonna know when I know. Well, actually, you'll know a few seconds after I know because there's a bit of a delay. But here we go. Let's see if I got impair on the shotgun. I am top 80, I believe. What? How did it fail? That's impossible. That is impossible. It's impossible for it to fail. I used the duct tape on it. The duct tape moves that thing all the way up. It's 100%. It's guaranteed to get at least something. It shouldn't have failed. That's a bug. Scopely's gonna reimburse me for that shit. That's a bug right there. I used duct tape and a polishing kit. It shouldn't have failed. Once you put that duct tape on, it guarantees you're gonna at least succeed. Now I can understand not getting a critical, but I used the duct tape on that. Huh. And you know what? I had a guy in my faction say that earlier too, that he failed a craft and he used duct tape. This is some bullshit though. That angers me. That really does anger me, because not only, I mean, yeah, it's one thing that they're gonna reimburse me something, but I had to wait a day and a half for that shit. I had to wait a day and a half for that to fail. And all the other crap that went into it, all the other parts that I had to put into it, I crafted. Over a day, and I had a day and 16 hours. God, that's irritating right there. So this you get to see firsthand now why longtime players are so salty in the forums and shit. And it's unfortunate because I try to be a voice of reason and try to be be one that calms the fire, not fans it, But man, this happens so frequently. Support, if support was better, people wouldn't be so salty. But man, now I have to talk to support, which I know is going to give me a runaround and tell me they can't reimburse me, they can't compensate me for anything, and then I'm going to have to escalate it. And I'm out a day and a half of that armory that I could have been trying to craft something else on. Man. Well, I'll be back on later for some raiding and maybe some beta wars. But man, if that don't put some piss in my Cheerios right there. I need to screenshot this so Scopely can see their fuck up. Man, that's irritating, man. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.